What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Abdullah coming at you with another live stream of the DMVSportsZone channel. And today, guys, I'm here with my two great friends, Rayhan Salim and Roy Rivas. How you guys doing today, man?
Well, I'm all right, Abdullah. How are you?
Doing good, Rayhan.
I'm doing all right, man. I miss you.
Yeah, my former
Good.
roommate, childhood friend. Just previewing week 2. I mean, as you can see, we got one Commanders fan, two Broncos fans. So the
My
ratio that
guy,
we're
my
going right now.
guy.
Yeah, is that the Russell Wilson jersey, right, Roy?
Nah, this is the Elway jersey I got.
John
Okay, John
Elway.
Elway. Those 3, that's 7. I
Awesome.
know that's Demarius Thomas.
Nice.
You rest in
This
peace.
might look familiar for some of you DMV Sports Zone fans.
Yeah,
Actually, you had to
yeah,
wear it for a week straight after we beat
yeah.
him.
Two years ago when it was when Taylor Heineke was playing. When we lost in Denver, Rehan and I made a bet, and I wore his Demarius Thomas jersey. It was pretty fun and interesting. But we are previewing week
Rest in
2.
peace.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. We are previewing week 2 of the NFL of this Commanders and Broncos game. It's gonna be 4:25 in Denver. High altitude, man. I know it's something that I feel like a lot of fans just don't talk about when you talk about the Nuggets and even the Broncos. It's different up there, man. But before we talk about this game, let me get your guys' thoughts. I'm gonna start off with Roy about that week 1 game against the Raiders.
Oh man, the week 1 game. I feel like, compared to last season, we advanced. It was great, right? Compared to last season, but there still needs to be the function behind the team. It needs to flow way smoother than it has, right? But I mean, there is improvement, right? It's the first game of the season. I'm not knocking it, but I feel like we could definitely improve from week 1 going forward.
Right on.
Yeah, so I only caught the last part of the game, but from what I could see, Russell Wilson definitely an improvement from last season. So that was something nice to see. But yeah, like you were saying, there's definitely some other issues that we really can't ignore. We just got Sean Payton, but I think still needs some time to adjust. Things didn't seem too smooth, like Roy was saying. So I guess we'll see how we can take it week 2.
Definitely. I mean, considering the fact that like last year, they're offensively, I think they were bottom 5, bottom 10. So first game, I think it was 16 points he scored against the Raiders. Against the Raiders defense, they aren't a great defense or a terrible defense as well, kind of in the middle. So it's like you want to see more than like 17 points a game, considering the fact that you paid Russell Wilson that much money. But yeah, man. I mean, Sean Payton. I mean, it was first game, get the jitters out and all. But now you got week 2 matchup against my beloved Washington Commanders. This week, I saw the report that Jerry Jeudy will be making a season debut. So that is huge for the offense. I did see the tight end's name, Dutch, is that or Dortch or whatever. Dortch. He is out for the game, so that's kind of huge.
Unfortunately, my fantasy team.
Yeah, and Frank Clark, I think one of your guys' best pass rushers, is also out for the game. So that's going to be a huge blow for that Denver defense. On the Commanders side of the ball, Chase Young, the man who just is so close to that B word, I don't want to say it, or a lot of people already think he is one, is making a season debut, will be active. So that is kind of huge. Will he make an impact? That's a whole different question. I think no other injuries are crazy. I know Curtis Samuel is questionable, but I think he'll be good to go. And talking about the Commanders, I mean, we talk about that first game. They legitimately should have blown out the Arizona Cardinals. I get it, the professional NFL team, and they pulled it out at the end. But again, 6 sacks against Arizona Cardinals defense, who, let's be honest, not a lot of people in the NFL can name anyone on their defensive line. So it is something to be concerned about. And this Denver Broncos defense, you got Justin Simmons, you got Patrick Surtain, arguably the best cornerback in all of football. And you also got Randy Gregory, who's, I think now that Frank Clark is probably the best pass rusher on the team, or for week 2. It's going to be interesting. I think, number one, I think it will be a low-scoring game, considering the fact that, like, every time we do play each other recently, I've just been so low-scoring. I feel like it's going to be like a 17-20, maybe 17-14 type of game because, again, the altitude and this Commanders' offensive line could be struggling early on. So I guess we'll start off with that. What are you guys thinking are the biggest keys to the game? I'll start off with Rayhan in this one.
Sorry, me. Oh man, put me on the spot. I think. First of all, Will Lutz, if he can make a field goal, make his kicks, I think that'll be a huge help. It's kind of the reason we lost last week. Not just to put the blame on one man, but we need him to start hitting his field goals consistently. Apart from that, like you said, we have some pieces missing in our defense. We'll see how our secondary does, and especially our pass rush. We'll see how that Bears against Washington. And then lastly, Russell Wilson, see if he stays consistent, especially with the return. Especially has some additional weapons now. We'll see how he plays.
Jerry Jeudy, yeah. Roy?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's gonna be a defensive game, if anything. You know, like you said, not high scoring. It'll really come down to whose defense is better. You know, Judy's back. That's not to say though he's 100%. Obviously, he just came off of something, so you know we can't depend so much on Judy. He was our number one option, but then again, it's Judy. I honestly don't have the most faith in him. Honestly, I think our run game will have to be something we depend on, or a rush game in general. You know, like last week, we were throwing a lot of short passes. Commanders are known to not allow many yards on the long throws, anyways. So I don't think we're gonna see a lot of long throws from Russell anytime soon in this game. But I do think it'll be a more defensive game at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest matchup, I mentioned Patrick Surtain, him and Terry McLaurin. I mean, they're both on top of their games. I just feel like, again, like which offensive line will hold up. I mean, you got Russell Wilson, you got Sam Howell. Sam Howell is a young guy. And last week, I think he had some mistakes. I mean, the one crucial mistake was not holding on to the ball on 3rd and 10, just losing it. And that was the only touchdown that the Cardinals had last week. I mean, again, this Commanders defense didn't give up any touchdowns last week. They only gave up 9 points. So it'll be huge, man. It really will be huge. I think on the defensive side of the ball, when you have Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, now Chase Young, you got to get after Russell Wilson. And, I mean, Jerry Jeudy, I think that's a guy that obviously coming back from injury, but still you got to be aware of him. So I really think low scoring is that's just how – I don't know what the line is, but I think low scoring, it's bound to happen. Like, there's no other – I don't see a game where this is like each side scores 20 points each. I just don't see it happening. So I guess we'll talk about our predictions to end this stream. Roy, we'll start off with you. What is your final prediction? Does Denver get their first win under the Sean Payton era?
Okay, like we said, the Mile High City. No, people don't like to take account how high the stadium actually is. You know, they got to bring in like air for everyone. Like they don't take account into how high that and how people have to kind of adjust to that altitude. But I mean, we'll see. Honestly speaking, I'm looking at a close. I'm going obviously Denver, right? I'm going like 17-14 Denver, if even that. Gotcha. But that's my prediction.
Gotcha. Rayhan?
Yeah, I think definitely coming off that first game, you know, we need to fix whatever was, you know, not working last game. I think Denver will take this one. You know, a little bit of bias, but just looking at all the objective factors here, I don't think it's gonna be a close game, like you said, low scoring. But yeah, I just want to see how our offense continues to click.
Yeah. Sadly, as much as I love to go for this team and I try to be a realist as much as possible, I just think Sam Howell's first road game, I mean, at Denver again, the altitude. I'm gonna keep reiterating that. I think Denver Broncos win. I'm gonna say 20-14. I think it will be so close, but in the end, somehow Denver will pull it out. Russell Wilson will finally get the first win of the season. And hopefully it will start something for this Denver Broncos team, which desperately fans want to see this team be good. I mean, it was not too long ago when you guys won that Super Bowl, and ever since then, it's just like
Super Bowl 50, man. Super Bowl 50. Man.
Sure. I remember like it was yesterday.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
And then I also remember the Seahawks defeat against the Broncos at the other Super Bowl.
That was something.
That one hurt my heart. That one hurt my heart.
Yeah, I just try to forget about that one, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, at least now you guys have Colorado University. I mean, Travis Hunter and Deion Sanders.
That's a whole different ball game, man. It's crazy. Just like the headlines itself is crazy.
Go ahead, Ryan.
So I was mentioning that I'm actually heading to Colorado tomorrow, and I really I would have loved to go to either the Broncos game or the CU game, but unfortunately, you know, I'm not going to make either one.
Watching it. Yeah, no, it's all.
I'll still be in the state, you know. Hopefully I'll see something.
Yeah. Travis Hunter. I mean, like the ability to play great wide receiver and defensive back position is just something insane.
Just playing those snaps consecutively, like the stamina needed for that, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. But I think that's it for this preview stream. Thanks again, you two, for hopping on. This was such a last-minute thing. Hopefully, we'll have them on. This is Roy's debut and Rayhan's debut, the DMV Sports Zone channel. And with that being said, guys, please make sure you're like, comment, subscribe to the DMV Sports Zone channel. We like to push out as much fire content out there as possible. Follow us on all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, at DMV Sports Zone. It will be a low-scoring game. Probably 1 or 2 touchdowns at the most combined. But hopefully the Commanders come on top. But in reality, the altitude is just going to kick in. We're out, guys. Peace.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Bye. Thank you.